How about them Cob I mean,
Yeah,
how
how
about
about
them
them
Bears,
Cowboys?
baby? How
Yeah!
about them Bears?
Yeah.
Woo!
You should be ecstatic, you can go
Dude,
ahead and give it to me. I'll eat the crow because I did say one and done.
just say one and done, but,
Yeah, but I'm gonna make the excuses. I'm gonna make them. Here they come. So all you Bear fans, go
let
ahead
me
and
hear
get
it, let me hear it, let me hear
all right.
excuses.
21-3 halftime.
Right.
There's not too many teams other than a team like the Atlanta Falcons with Dan Quinn, Campbell as their head coach, to give up that kind of a of a lead. Hats off to the Bears. They took advantage of everything. They showed up the second half. I give them all the credit in the world for that. I don't know what happened to Green Bay. They flopped. They dropped it. I understand you're playing an opponent. It's going to change the way things happen. I get that. So I take my hats off to the Bears for the second half.
Thank you, thank you.
I cannot. I guess what I'll say is you go up a team against a team like the Rams, Seattle, with a 21-3 lead going into halftime. I'm going to go out on the limb and say you're probably done because I believe they're going to score more than 6 points the rest of the game. I know they missed 2 field goals. The big issue was the extra point because they could have kicked the field goal there to possibly go into overtime. I'm not saying they would have came back and won it, but at least they would have still been in the game.
Right.
So, hey, the Bears won. Hats off to them. I've already busted your balls and said to and through. I'm sticking to it. I'm
Okay.
gonna. I am.
Here's what I'm gonna agree with you if it's gonna be two and through. I'm gonna complain about Caleb Williams the first 3 quarters, and then he's kick ass 4th quarter. I think this year is 8 comebacks already, and it's just like obviously 8 comebacks in 1 year is way too much, right?
Mhm.
So Caleb Williams sucks the first 3 quarters, and he's kick ass the 4th quarter. But it's just the weirdest thing, man. I mean, I thought they were gonna lose, especially when they scored in that 4th quarter, and it was gonna be 11-point game. He missed that extra point. I was like, but before that extra point, I was like, son, I'm turning the TV off. He's like, no, no, no. They did it last time they played Green Bay. That's the only reason why I kept the TV on. And thank God he said something because I was ready to turn it off. But then
I
when I saw
get
that
it.
mixed extra point, I was like, huh, there's still a chance. But I was like, there's not enough time to do this. But sure enough, there was. But
Uh,
crazy game, man.
yeah, I agree. I can't fault it. And I'm going to tell you right now. I know you've been busting on Caleb Williams all year. You wanted him bench at one point, and I get it
Yeah.
because I was the same way about Dak Prescott. But I'm going to go out there and tell you, I'd take him in a heartbeat. If he can play the way he's played in the last several games, he's had some key moments. He's also had some terrible moments. But when this guy, I'll take a quarterback that can play the way he played under pressure. I mean, falling off his back foot and
That
throwing
was
the ball
sick,
down the
dude.
PK. Was it? Who was it?
A Doomsday you threw it to.
Doomsday. Yeah. I mean, I'm like you. I thought this ball's gone. He's throwing it away.
Yeah.
And hey, hats off to Doomsday too for making that catch, going to there and catching that ball.
Yeah, because he started on the right side of the field. He
Exactly.
ran
Ran all the
all the
way
way
exactly.
across.
So what I'm getting at is Caleb has proven to me that in situations, you know who he reminds me of, and I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack from this. He reminds me of Tony Romo in certain situations. I was watching clips the other day of all the, I'll use the word, you know, uh, goofs, whatever you want to call them, follies, whatever you want to call those mistakes, and they turn into big plays or they turn into plays that, you should have been sacked. The ball was snapped over his head and rolls 20,
Dude,
25 yards. He picks it
that
up and runs it for a first down. You
that
remember these
was
plays?
sick. Yeah, that was
Eh,
sick.
the one where he ducked under Watt and Watt had him dead to rights to sack him for Watts for Houston. And he gets out of there and throws the ball down the field. And then the one he threw to Novacek or was it Witten? Whoever the hell, I
Yeah.
can't remember.
I
I'm
think it
so
was
confused.
Witten.
Witten. Helmet comes off. Remember that
Yep.
play?
Yep.
I'm just telling you, the point being is he makes things happen when they look like they're going to be a substantial loss, sack or yardage loss. He makes things happen, man.
That's
And
the thing, though,
that's a
man.
that's a great quarterback that can sustain that and keep his eyes down the field and do that. And then I get it. He's got a wide open receiver and he throws it to his feet or he overthrows him. And those are the kind of plays they take for granted that they just expect to happen. I watched it with CJ Stroud against Pittsburgh. The guy's wide open.
Yeah,
He's trotting out there out of the backfield to the quarterback, CJ, out of the pocket. Guy's wide open, and he just lofts it up, and it's 3 feet over his head, and he's alone. So
yeah.
it happens. But
Okay, it happens, but it happens a lot with Caleb.
well, it's only
That's
what
the
is this
problem.
year, second, third
And
year?
it's his second year, but I'm telling you this, we've gone further. Well, I expected them to be this good. I expected Caleb to be phenomenal. Is he good? Yes,
Well, you have
no
to
doubt.
expect him to
But
be good.
he's been fourth quarter. I'm playing lights out. Like it's like I swear to you, it's like my golf game. I'm shooting 36 in the front and a 55 in the back, or vice versa. I can't get my whole game together. It seems like that with him. Like I don't know what it is. It's usually the first drive, they got those plays selected. He does decent, and then it's like let's fall off a little bit, and then all of a sudden like we're down 18 points, and next thing you know, fourth quarter, and it's like hold up, like let me get this going, like
That's a sign of a good quarterback that can shake that shit off and make things happen. This kid, you should expect him to be good. He was picked number one.
right,
You should expect that. Not all draft picks in the top five come out to be worth a
right,
shit.
yeah,
But he was the number one draft pick, and it's only his second season. If we were in his fourth or fifth year, I could say like I was with Dak. I have been a ball buster at Dak Prescott since the day he took over for Tony Romo. He went, I think, 8-0, and Romo concedes the starting job to him. And I said it. The guy's a good quarterback. Won't won't last. He's not taking this team anywhere because that Dallas Cowboy team was an outstanding team. And if Tony Romo would not have got hurt, I truly believe they might have possibly won the Super Bowl that year.
yep. I'm saying the same thing, man.
I believe that if the catch against Green Bay with Des Bryant, I believe Dallas possibly would have won the Super Bowl that year.
Yep,
So Tony Romo, and I use the word luck. You think I always mean it as in good. There's bad luck too. Tony Romo had bad luck, got hurt. Tony Romo had bad luck with Des Bryant. The ball was called incomplete. Same thing with your Bears. They just happen to have more good luck than while the other team's having all this bad luck because some of those 8 comebacks, KJ,
oh, no, without a doubt,
you
without
you,
a doubt.
you think like the onside kick for against Green Bay with
I mean, that
Dobbs.
was that was position, that was skill, that was
No, that's
practice.
not. The ball went right to Dobbs. He's a sure hand. They put him out there because of his sure hands. It went right to him. He
Right, and
looked
we
up.
in the huddle, they were like, "Kick it, make sure Dobbs gets it because he
Oh,
will
shut
drop it."
You're crazy. Hey, but again, I'm not gonna, I can't say anything. The team won.
Yeah,
Whatever the reason it is, we've said it before, a win's a win. I don't believe they sustain it. I've been saying it. I don't think they do. They've had breaks go their way. They've had some breaks not go their way. More good than bad. I think the Rams, and I'll put it out there now. It's one of my picks. I'm taking the Rams. I'm laying the points. I think the Rams send the Bears packing. And we'll find out. Rams,
well,
if that Rams team shows up,
here's the thing, Caleb Williams cannot throw 50%
well,
against the Rams.
I agree. And you
He
can't let
cannot
the team
miss
get up
those
3
passes that
touchdowns
are
on you
wide.
either.
I understand, but here's the thing, the way that the Rams are set up and as fast as they can score, especially with Nakua
Yeah.
and Adams,
Yeah.
I mean,
Kyron Williams and yeah,
you gotta keep up with them, and it's
I
gonna be
agree.
the probably last team to hold the ball is gonna win.
And
And
Rams
but
got a
if
pretty
Caleb
good team.
Williams is throwing, but if he's throwing 50%, there's no way the Bears get blown out. I'm telling you that
I
right now.
I don't know if it's going to be a blowout. I think the Rams will cover the 4 points. I think their defense will control the game. I think their offense will have the ball more, the possessions. They'll keep Caleb and your offense on the sidelines a lot. I just I feel that way. I felt Green Bay would do the same thing. I told you I felt that the Bears would run the ball more against the Packers because of I figured it would be really, really windy. The wind didn't even play a big factor at all, and
Yeah.
there was more issues with the wind in Pittsburgh than there was in Chicago.
Right. Yeah.
So again, one of my picks, I'm putting it out there. I know maybe I'm being premature and early, but since we're talking about them, I'm going to take the Rams. I'm going to lay the 4 points.
And here's another thing with I guess as a Bears fan. Okay, I've said it before. I didn't want Caleb Williams because I thought he was not going to be the fit. Then of course I'm like, okay, see some changes, and then last 3 weeks it's like a love hate relationship, right? The thing that bothers me is that Drake May is like either the top in completion percentage or like second, and his offense is Henry, Booty. Who's the other guy? Is Diggs on there? That's it. Like we have the craziest, in my eyes, we have the craziest offensive players.
Diggs on Buffalo, isn't he?
I don't know. There's somebody else then.
Diggs, yeah.
Somebody else
Yeah,
on
Diggs
there.
on
There's
Buffalo.
but they're like Odunze's got a name. Loveland after last week,
Oh yeah, he
phenomenal.
plays.
But
Yeah,
and now they're showing people why they picked him instead of the dude from the Colts. So you got Dunze, Loveland, DJ Moore. These are names like
I get it.
you
I get it.
know,
I
and it's
get it.
like, how are you not going 65%? It
You thought
should be
I
65%.
get it.
And that's
You
what
thought
kills me because this guy is this second year player is killing it without a really good offense. And it's like we've got a crazy like if you match them up, our offense is way better than theirs, but their quarterback is way better than ours. And
it,
that's what
it,
pisses me off.
I get it, but you know what? He was also in the top 2 or 3 picks.
I think he was second or something. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
so and each individual has a different ability and skill
I
set.
know.
That's why I say we can't compare. We really shouldn't be comparing him to anybody else. He is who he is. And maybe, it's kind of like in me in school, for example, you may be ahead of me in your average grade average or GPA, and I might be right below you, but it doesn't make me less smarter than you. You just learn faster. You just moved up faster. And that's the way I see it with Caleb and Mays. Mays just seems to be progressing faster in the NFL than Caleb is, maybe.
Right.
Now that you brought that up, we can go ahead and talk about that game.
Let's do it.
Houston and New England. If the Texans show up and CJ plays the way he did last weekend, Monday night, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. They got an outstanding defense. They showed that. Either that or Pittsburgh's really bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that May is going to take this team deeper into the playoffs, and I'm going to lay the points. I'm taking New England -3 at home against the Texans. I think overall, they've got a very solid team. I think their offense is better than the Texans' offense. I think the Texans got a slight edge in defense, but I think the New England Patriots can score enough points to stay ahead of this game. That's a game that I would say could come down to the last possession. Field goal may push, field goal may win it. Could be a touchdown or so, but I'm going to take New England. I'm going to lay the points at home.
And did Nico Collins get concussion yesterday or
Yes.
Monday, whatever?
Yeah.
So he might not even play.
Yep, that's right. You might not, but they
Man.
still, they still did okay. Their defense kept them in
Yeah,
that game. Defense saved their ass. And that's another thing too. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers, and I'm stunned that Tomlin resigned. Kind of, sort of, not really, but talking about the defense of the Texans, and I'm going to go to Aaron Rodgers now. Everybody's saying that's probably his last game, and it probably is. But I'm believing too that Aaron Rodgers has got an ego, and does he want to go out with a pick six on the last thing that
I know.
last pass he threw?
When I saw him get pulled out, I was like, "Shit, he's coming back next year."
It's a possibility. I don't know. He may not now that Tomlin's gone. He may not,
Yeah,
or he may go to another team. I was hearing today that it's possible Harbaugh ends up going to the Jets.
really?
Something like that.
I wouldn't
I think
take.
the Giants would be a good fit for him, but
Yeah.
anyway, so again, New England -3 against the Texans. So
What do you got for the Bills and Broncos?
that one there's a tough one, man. That's a tough one because, Denver, I've been saying Denver, I think, is going to go to the Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, my prediction is Seattle and Denver. I don't know if I still feel that way, but Buffalo, their Achilles heels have been kicked out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Are Mahomes, um, their biggest, I don't know how this is even an issue for Buffalo. Burrows, is gone. So, and they look like they were having a struggle there against
The Jags.
Jags, yeah, against
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence and them. But
Yeah.
I I do like Denver, and I can show you this my little cheat sheet here. You see what I did to Denver?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm going with Buffalo. I crossed it out. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills, my Achilles heel team, plus the 1 point against the Broncos, and my justification is experience. And I know I usually don't let this shit get in my way, but the motivation of that this if they can't do it this year, if Buffalo can't do it this year, I think there is no hope for them.
Yeah.
I think that he is going to end up being a Jim Kelly, a Dan Marino. He's going to have great records. He's going to make it into the Hall of Fame. He's going to have great stats, which a lot of you guys, that's all y'all think about is participations and stats. I don't. Mine's all based on championships, but I think they've got the edge there with experience and motivation, and they got a good team. The downside is it's in Denver.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the points. I'm gonna take Buffalo. I think it was at 1.5.
It was at 1.5. I was gonna ask you if it changed on you. I got it at 1.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Either way, I won't. If it's 1.5, I'm going to 2. If it's 1, I'll leave it there because I'll just take it at that. But if there's a hook anywhere, if I'm laying, I'm buying it down. If I'm getting and it's a hook, I'm buying it up. Just so y'all know. So
Yeah.
right now, I'm taking Buffalo. I'll just say this plus the points. And whatever it is, it'll either be 1 or 2. So the game that I am stunned about, and me and you were talking about before we came on here, is the Seattle San Francisco game that the Seahawks are 7.5 point favorites. San Francisco's getting no respect here.
It moved up to 7.5.
Yeah,
Damn.
they're getting no respect.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
as a Cowboy fan, that's great. I love it.
Why is it because Kittle's got hurt? He's not
Yep.
playing. Probably
I,
that's why what it is.
yeah, but I don't see Kittle, the tight end, being a 3, 4 factor.
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Home field, I've always said is worth 3 points.
Right.
So where's the other 4.5 points coming from? What's Kittle worth? 2, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. So anyway, with that said, I can't do it. I can't lay it. I'm taking San Francisco plus 8. If it's 7.5, I'm buying it up to 8. If it's 7, I'm going to leave it at 7. But I'm taking the points in that game. And I think, we've talked about this. I love Sam Darnold. I love the Seattle Seahawks. They've got an all around good team. Again, I predicted them to go to the Super Bowl. So if they win the game, I'm not going to be disappointed. If Denver wins the game, I'm not going to be disappointed.
Right.
But betting wise, under the circumstances, they go, well, how can you pick a team to go to the Super Bowl and bet against them? Because I don't bet with my heart. My pick of this game, I'm sorry, these two teams going to the Super Bowl was before these games were decided.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know that Denver was going to play Buffalo. I didn't know Seattle was going to play San Francisco. So I've been saying it for weeks that I believe Seattle and Denver are going to the Super Bowl. Well, maybe I'm fucking wrong. Up to the Bears are 1-0. So either way, it doesn't bother me. But now that we are here and this is the games, these are my bets. And
Yep.
I even got totals. But I'm going to tell you this: my choice I'm not putting them out there. I'm just sharing this. Every game over. Every game.
You're picking every game over?
No, I'm not betting them. I was going to, but you know what the total is on the Bears game?
Yeah. 47.
48.5 now.
It's 48.5.
Yeah. where I saw it, 48 and a half. 48 and a half. I'm looking at it right here on a
Yeah.
particular site that I use.
And
How
you think it's gonna be over?
I was all for it.
That's what I already made the bet.
Yeah, but I can't do it. I'm thinking the weather. I don't know what it's going to be like
It's
exactly.
gonna be in the teens.
I'm okay. Well, I can't do it. I can't lay almost 50 points in Chicago, this time of year against a team like the Rams. I just can't do it.
Hey, I mean, I bet the under last week with the Packers, and it
Yeah.
went over.
Yeah. Well,
So, I mean,
yeah, good luck to you. If I was going to bet them, and I'll show it to you here again so you can see it every game over, 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 over was my pick, but I'm not confident enough to bet them. So I
yeah.
decided I'm just going to go with the teams this week. We'll try to go 4-0 instead of 8-0. So I'm going to leave it at that. I might get froggy and put a parlay out there, with all of it, but I don't want to share that with, the 52 people that subscribe to us and give them bad bets because I'm not confident with it. The
Yeah.
games I gave you, I'm confident with. I'm a little, kind of concerned on the Buffalo game, Denver game, but that's the only one that concerns me. The other ones, I have no issue taking San Francisco plus 8 points. I have no issue laying 3 with New England. And I have no issue laying 4 with the Rams.
So I'm gonna tell you right now with the Bills and Broncos, and I was so wrong. I thought I pulled the U. I said Bills one and done, coach fired, everything like that. But the way they played was rocky, man. And it seems like that's the way that the last half of the season of them has been. So playing in Denver, it's gonna be nuts, And I do believe fans do put a lot of the pressure on the opposing teams. You may not believe it, but I think the fans in Chicago were a buildup. Like they helped the team have that confidence to make that comeback. That's my opinion. They were loud. They said like I think it was either Brian Urlacher or Devin Hester said it was like the loudest that he's ever heard it. So I'm taking Denver -1.5. But I'm also, and the reason why I'm picking Denver is because you pick Buffalo. When every time this season you pick Buffalo, it backfired on you.
True statement, man. That's true statement. And I can't
Because I was doing the under 46. But since you said that, I'm taking Buffalo or Denver -1.5, and I'm going under 46. I think with the defense with the Broncos, I think that they're both going to try to control the clock, meaning running the ball a lot. Um, and Josh Allen likes to run, right? So I think it's going to be a lot of running. I think it's going to be one of those who can ever control the clock will win the game, period. So
yeah.
I'm going under 46. Next one is the 49ers Seattle. I'm so confident with Seattle. So they had the bye, right? So they played 49ers last in San Francisco, and they had the bye, and they're playing the 49ers again. So they've rested up. No Kittles. They're playing in Seattle. I'm taking the Seattle -7, and I'm going over 45. Now, when they played last time, it was 17-13, but I think it's going to be where Seattle's going to score a lot of points on them, and I think it's going to be a blowout, to be honest with you. It's going to be, I don't know, 33-20, 33-17, something like that. Because you said it earlier, Sam Darnold is a good quarterback. That team they mesh really damn well, man. So, and I think they want it more than the 49ers, to be honest with you. So, my next one is Texans and New England. The way that Houston played uh, against Pittsburgh, it's Aaron Rodgers at the end of the day. I don't care if he's over 40 years old. He probably studied with his team all week. He probably even had them at their house to try to get this game plan. Aaron Rodgers is a smart quarterback. It just seemed like they covered every part of that field so perfectly he had nobody to throw it to. And of course, some of the throws he did throw to, they dropped the balls, but I
DJ
don't think that I don't think that would have made a difference. I really don't. I still would even if he hits those passes, whatnot, I still think Houston came out on top like they did and win. But because they have a great defense, they allow the lowest points in the season. New England's got a really good defense. I'm not picking a team because I don't even know who I would pick, to be honest with you. So I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I'm going under 41. And then my last one is the Rams Chicago. I will bet the over under, and I'm actually taking over 48. I think they're gonna go. I think it's gonna be a lot of scoring in that. And if the Rams are up 28-3 at halftime, then you'll know it's gonna be 35-31 Bears at the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Well, if history repeats itself, they'll come back if they're down. But
Mm.
I can't fault you for the Denver game because I'm not gonna lie, I liked it, and I just convinced myself somehow to change my mind. And so I again, did you have by chance keep a record of our personal picks for the year?
I did.
How did we do overall so the people out there know, my record and your record?
So you went at the end of the season. You went 43-36. I went 52-28.
Well, there you go, people. So that gives you some choices here since we're on the opposite side of most of these games this week. Some of them KJ didn't pick a side; he took totals, but that gives you something to choose. You can pick whichever one you like if you're following us and taking our advice, so to speak. Again, bet at your own risk. Have
Yep.
fun. Don't bet stupid. Uh,
Another great weekend, man, with great games.
yeah, yeah. So overall, both of those records that you just heard, they're winning records. It's
Yep.
money.
Yep.
KJ's, if you bet the same amount across the board, you made more with KJ's picks than you did mine, but you made money with either one of us.
You know how
So
much money I made on the teams I picked to like over unders on the wins?
I have no idea.
I went 18 and 14 and won $250.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Hey, it's a win.
Yeah.
Hey, that's breakfast, dinner, and Starbucks.
Yeah.
And and today, a few tanks of gas a few years ago, it was
Yeah,
half a tank
buddy.
of gas.
Yeah, buddy.
So, well, that's it. It's turned out to be a good. The playoffs have turned out to be some good games.
Really good
Um,
games.
the
I'm
three,
telling you this, man. Go ahead in the regular season, go on fourth down, fine. But
yeah,
it's the playoffs, man. You need as much points as you can get. Quit doing the stupid what is it, analysis that says go for it. F
yeah.
the analysis, man.
You know what's funny is not funny, but I have not seen a bunch of trick plays in the playoffs. I mean, no fake field goals, no fake punts,
Yeah.
any yet. And you
Yeah.
figure a team that's struggling or down or wants to be aggressive. And I go back to I think it was I think it was Green Bay against Dallas, or maybe it was the Eagles one year in the playoffs. Opening kickoff, onside kick,
Yeah.
onside kick.
And then I think the Saints did that once after
Yeah,
halftime, they did
yeah.
it.
So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, it was. I remember that Sean Payton. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wish everybody luck out there for all you Bear
Yep.
fans that been coming at me and post your comments. I appreciate it. I really do. Hey, I hope you enjoyed your run. Um, don't hate me when you're two and through. Don't hate me.
We got 2 wins to go, baby.
Yep.
And as a Bears fan, we do want Seattle to lose.
I will tell you this:
And because if we win, we host our game to take us to the Super Bowl.
if the Bears end up being the NFC representative in the Super Bowl, I will be pulling for them.
Even if
But
it's Houston?
no, I can't. No, I can't because
Wow.
I'm a Texas guy, but I want an NFC team to win. Let's just hope it don't come down to that. But put it this way: anybody but the Texans, I want to pull for the NFC. And if it happens
Okay.
to be the Bears, then that's who I'm going to pull for. So if it's Seattle, obviously I'm going to pull for Seattle, even
Right.
against Denver. So,
Yeah.
but no, I want the Texans. Y'all busted my balls because I pulled for the Texans to beat Pittsburgh, which I knew they would. I didn't have a doubt about it. I knew they would. That's if they get past New England, I think they might. They're Super Bowl bound.
If they can get past New England, yeah.
I
Yep,
think
I
they're
agree
Super Bowl
with
bound
you.
because that defense,
Yeah,
that ain't no
buddy.
joke.
No, it's not.
They should, unless either that or the Pittsburgh offense is really, really, really bad.
We'll see this weekend.
Yep. Well, good luck to your team.
Good luck to you.
I would like to say the Eagles, but they're not in it.
I know.
Because I can't.
We can't give any birds till next year.
Nope. So I'll send this one. God, I can't even do that because I'm betting on them. I would send it to San Francisco, but I can't.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll keep it to myself and wish everybody luck. How about that?
Good luck, everybody.
Peace out.
Next week.